everyone! Welcome back to the Hogeki Heroes campaign, the Trials of the Wickermen! Today we have everyone here! Life, Jose, Phil, Hedge, and Pod. How is everyone doing? Aw, shit, the audio is not pulling through. Let me try this. Okay, one more time.
Pretty good.
There we go. Now we've got sound for the friends, for the homies. Alright! So, you guys, I'm ready because we are at a very interesting point in this story. So, quick recap time. Last time, you basically just traveled throughout the Elf Kingdom, the Kingdom of Yllir. Y'all talked about various things, such as the history of of this country. Y'all talked about a couple of the things. Varys went on a date with the lovely Yliri.
God, I'm so good.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think. Did anybody else do anything that was like specific there? I remember Kaba hit the bottle again. Josaku wanted to show off with Godrazor, so he did that. Oh yeah, Varys also had another conversation with another lovely lady, Lady Death. A little bit of a reminder that she is still waiting around, and that she's enjoying watching the little adventures.
Mm-hmm.
Also, big ass D20 I got for Christmas.
Ooh, yeah.
Holy shit!
Oh
Is that
my
thing
word,
like
that's
soft?
Yeah, it's like a squish ball.
Because that would like destroy your desk if you just.
Oh
drop
yeah,
it.
no, that would fucking annihilate me. I would not be throwing this around if it had any heft to it.
That does look like fun.
Yeah. No, I do this because I need my ADHD this late at night. My meds have worn off severely so. And, as my name would imply, I take a lot of ADHD medication. So, Unhinged Hyper is fun. So yeah, now that we are, here and doing all of this, and everything, Life, you're still here, right? Make sure I didn't miss it.
I think Life was here. I thought I heard him say something earlier.
Whoop. Okay, I heard something there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here a little bit. I see the green light flashing.
Hello.
There we go. Hi, friend.
Hey, sorry, I think I missed out on something.
No. We just started up the session.
Okay.
Yep. So just the recap, talking about how last week y'all were traveling up to the House of Honor, with the heart tree, which is also known as the tree that touches the sky. How Varys went on a date and also ran into another lovely lady, that one who wants to kill him. And also Amelie prepared herself to meet Leofiel. A little bit of reminder from another session gone by about various things that everybody has to do around here. That Josaku needs to hide the fact that he's an Imperial, and that Isaac was asked to take a look around the House of Honor just to see what kind of things are around there. So
Josaku did nothing wrong.
Josaku did nothing wrong. Now, the former leader of his country that Leofiel killed with her bare hand, kind of her bare hands. It was more of like the hands of a monster that she transformed into, but you get the picture. So yeah. So, with that, everyone, I think we're ready. Ready to get into it. As y'all y'all proceeded down this bridge, you can see down this path with the cliffs on either side towards the House of Honor, the home base of the Noble Wolves, one of only two basically central guild bases that is not in the capital city. This one being much further than Galrin is from I think it's Ustay?
Usta, yeah.
I'll say yeah. I forget off the top of my head. I'd have to look it up. But this one is much farther, and that's more or less for a reason to make sure that if it comes down to it, they can kind of see whoever the Moon Speaker is coming, and maybe see if it actually is worth them killing the king at the time or queen. Then again,
What?
who the fuck is stopping Leofiel? All right. So, speaking of Leofiel, as y'all walked down this bridge, you did see this thing where all of these animals were just staring you down on either side. On these cliffs, along the side of the thing, there had to be hundreds of them. Various animalian forms, and they were all following you in sync. Not interacting with one another, but just doing it. Before you heard this serpent-like voice behind you, and you see this giant snake wrapped around the bridge now, coming up and transforming before turning into this sort of about medium height, bright red-haired, slightly appears to be like later middle-aged elf, carrying this long and very intricate black. It's almost like the wood itself is black as opposed to a black finish on it, radiating this slight white glow staff, which you all can tell is Leofiel Aspenvale, the world's strongest druid.
Woof. Amelie's cheeks go reddish. Woof.
So, you are who Argus spoke of.
She nods quite vigorously, and as she does, she gives a curtsy from Sevlin that she is all too familiar with. I've heard a few things of you as well, Miss Lady Leofiel, Miss.
If you wish to address me by a title, my title is Moonspeaker.
Yes, Moonspeaker, of course. She just nods, a little bit confused, but just kind of going with it. Druids are druids, just go with it.
She then taps the staff, which, based on the descriptions from Caretaker, you can very easily assume that this is Syzygy, the staff of Saloon, and the thing that makes Leofiel a wheel. So it is her reverie of the goddess she worshipped prior.
Would Amelie know this? Oh, Hedge, where'd you go?
Pretty obvious. Looking at Syzygy, like it's one of those where it doesn't look like it's like been magically altered. It looks more like the wood itself is this almost jet black with like this white flinged into it, but it's more of like a seamless blend. It doesn't look like something's painted on it or like decorated. It just looks like the wood itself has a gradient going a little bit along it. It looks very unnatural, and you can see also around her eyes, while there is that like very vibrant green of her eyes, around it there's this little glow of white.
Amelie thinks that the staff is beautiful and certainly quite powerful, but she did not come here for the staff. She came here for Leofiel. She kind of lifts her head up and clasps her hands together, waiting for Leofiel to say something.
She taps her spear onto the bridge and says, "Wolves. By orders from other guild leaders and myself," as she walks up to Josaku. And she basically grabs where the Hat of Disguise is. She shouldn't be able to see it, but she just takes what's the Hat of Disguise, rips it off your head, and you see a couple of the animals that are kind of like taken back once your I would say once your imperial face comes out. This one is to be treated as any other comrade. Anyone who defies this will answer to me personally. There is no
Amelie had
room
her
for interpretation here.
Amelie had her hands forward like she was about to have to defend her friend, but her eyes kind of go wide and she kind of lowers her hands. Whoa, this
She
lady's
holds out
kind
the
of
hat of
cool.
disguise like right into the hands of say so that way Josaku can grab it.
Still a little taken aback. I reach out my hands and
And-
take it back. Yeah.
As soon as your hand starts to move, she drops it. So that way like you could barely be able to catch it. She's like, but also this goes to you. If it was not for Argus Bane's personal vouch, you would not be here. And this goes
Yes.
and this goes for each of you. Argus is not someone I would consider a friend. Friends are a luxury that people in our profession cannot have. In most instances. However, you and your comrades are welcome to stay, are invited into the House of Honor until your mission is completed. Come,
Yeah, sorry.
we must discuss the next step of your journey. As she starts walking down the walkway towards the House of Honor.
Amelie looks kind of uncomfortable at talking about friends are a luxury, not often afforded, but she follows.
I follow as well.
I follow suit.
Same here.
Is there
As
anything interesting around here?
is that something you say out loud?
No, I'm asking you, the DM.
Right now you're on the outside of the House of Honor. Are you asking once you get inside?
Oh yeah.
Gotcha. So as you walk in, again, you'll see that basically it looks like it is carved into this tree, but it also is almost as if the tree has been morphed around to the shape of the building. It doesn't look like it was like carved. It's more so as if the tree organically grew roots and vines up around this place. It's very similar to how Titania's Sealy Court appeared to be constructed. Just less grandiose, more natural, if that makes sense. So as you walk in, okay, Finn. I'm sorry, why did I say Finn? Isaac. That is a habit I've still got, man.
Oh,
Hey, we've been calling him Finn since the beginning of the campaign.
Yeah, for almost 2 years, and then like in the past few months, it's been Isaac, and I'm still getting used to that. Isaac, I would like you to roll me a perception or investigation check as you are walking through here.
I am going to dip for just a minute. I need to grab my laptop charger. I'll be right back.
Go for it. 25. Okay. You do see that there are several things around, but it seems like people are tinkering with that. I would say are studying them at the moment. Very, I would say, if there are magical artifacts that you pass by, they are currently either in use or being studied or being attuned to is the wrong word, but trying to be attuned to not in the D&D sense, but in the traditional sense. Like people are trying to vibe with it, with their connection to nature through this magic item.
Alright, I'm gonna keep an eye out on anything that looks particularly cool and make a mental note.
I mean, you do see several very notable things. Let me generate some of these because they are there. This. Let me do.
You trying to steal something, Phil?
I was asked to steal something, yeah.
Oh God, what is mass gonna get us into?
Um, one moment, I'm trying to
Yep, take your time.
find this out. Okay, there are a couple things that like do catch your eye more so that you would know of because you've seen them in studies and you thought it's like I may never see these as long as I live. The most notable ones to you that you see are a rod of absorption. There is a defender rapier. There is there appears to be this ring that one person is using, and you hear them shout out some word in Elvish in a language. Wait, actually, do you speak Elvish?
I don't think so.
Check for me real quick, just in case, because I can't remember if it was Sylvan or Elvish that
I speak Draconic, Sylvan, and Giant.
and Giant. Okay, so you don't understand what it says, but at the same time, then an air elemental is conjured in front of them, and it appears to be taking orders from them.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm. And then there is one. It's like if actually with the 25, I would say there is one item that catches your eye as you're walking through. And after this, I'll give everyone like a better description of like everything in here too, and like where y'all are going. You see this weird room off to one side. It is sealed, and on it is some elven writing, but it looks very unnatural. Everything about it is made of either iron, there are runes on it. There are things in there, I say on here, that don't look like they belong in this place. I forgot I left a note for this one.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. And I would say with the 25 investigation, you also notice that there are two individuals standing nearby that don't look as if they're doing it, but you know differently from your time in the limbs and as a hand. You know that that they are guards, but they're trying to be subtle about it. However, you were very, very perceptive with this. So your investigation noticed that like, okay, you're not just hanging around with those on your with like I would say with that sword on your hip, and you're not doing it having your hand that close to say to your staff at any given time. You're guarding something, and you figure with their proximity, they are probably guarding that door.
I will make a mental note of that.
Mm-hmm. So everyone else, what y'all see in here is again, it's very much reminiscent of the Sealy Court, but but by comparison, where it looks like in the Sealy Court, like as if nature went in an unnatural way, twisted around itself to form Titania's host, say her seat of power. It feels like this place is much more of a natural construction, as if like several trees came together inside of a bigger tree, or like a set of trees almost around each other to build this structure, this gigantic multi-layered structure. As you'll start to do it, Leofiel stops and says, all of you stand close by. As she taps on it. Okay, actually, I did see another thing that you would have noticed. Something that Isaac, you would notice as she taps the staff to the ground with the platform you're standing on. You notice on one of her hands is a ring of spell turning. Basically,
Steal it.
no, basically, that is a ring that can nullify and absorb the effect of a spell. And you know of it because, saying you're able to identify it because you've read about a ring with the face of a mirror on it. And that's what you see. Yep, alright. So there's that. As she taps her spear down, the part of the tree that y'all are standing on glows, and you can feel yourselves being pushed up. If any of you would look behind you, you would see that it is actually as if a branch is lifting up this part of the tree, this platform, up to another level. Normally, we do not have to use this. However, the majority among you don't have the ability of either flight nor transformation. However, one I did not expect to have, as she turns around and she actually points Syzygy right at you, where like the tip of the staff is actually pointed like right here. Isaac?
What?
As she uses the tip of Syzygy to pick up, I would say to lift up a little bit of uh of Kinless Summer. That is unique in of itself. I can feel the natural magic emanating from all of it, as I can from all of your reveries. We will speak more in a more private situation. The wolves know of the power of my staff. They know not its origin or what its power truly means. But they know that anyone who is the Moon Speaker must first conquer this staff.
Amelie nods. This is usually the go around of things. Yes, Moonspeaker.
Let me roll something. What is Amelie's general mood right now?
Anxious, like she is being hovered over by a predator. Like any wrong little word or movement, and she could get swept up like a rabbit in the claws of a hawk. Yeah,
Are you afraid of me, Amelie Rotier?
Ooh, ooh. Could you repeat that?
Are you afraid of me, Amelie Rotier?
Amelie kind of licks her lips. Afraid isn't the word. No, Moonspeaker.
As you'll hear from behind you, somebody move. Ah! Oh, crap. As you see all of a sudden, Yurli poofs behind you guys. Auntie Lee, you left me. You left me behind. Hello, Yurli. She basically like extends like an arm a little bit up, almost like as if a reluctant thing for a hug. As Yurli comes in, it's like, oh, come here. Must you do this every time? Yes, you're the only aunt I've got, so you deal with it. Everyone, if you can't tell, my Aunt Leofiel Aspen Vale, the world's strongest druid. Was the introduction really necessary? You're you're Leary. Damn it, I've been saying her name wrong this entire session. Leary. Leary. Well, I wanted to do it, Auntie. Why not? Fine. You are
Only certainly
very
feels.
fortunate that you are my favorite niece. I'm your only niece. Yes, so it is you by default.
Yeah. Most of the attention is gone for Amelie, but she still stands like, at attention.
I mean you no threat and no harm. So any of you that feel tense or feel threatened or frightened may relieve yourself of any form of stress. As long as you conduct yourselves as adventurers of the caliber of which Argus Bane described you, then there will be no issues in the House of Honor.
Amelie is kind of thinking to herself that sounds like a pretty solid deal. She looks over to Leofel and says, Moonspeaker, we are in fact here with a purpose, and I am here with a request.
As then, at this point, y'all realize like how far you've been going up. It was a slow-moving platform, but y'all have been moving up for a while, and then you notice that it is just now stopped. Come. As you see her walk up to this edge of the tree, she taps Syzygy to the wall, and you see that there's this room with several documents and whatnot. It's kind of enclosed, but kind of not. Like there's definitely large areas that are open to the sky. You realize like how high up y'all are. Is anyone afraid of heights?
I think Amelie is fine.
I'm fine.
I can
I'm
fly,
good.
so that would be a problem.
Yeah, I know that Kaba isn't. I don't think Josaku is. Is Isaac afraid of heights?
I had to talk to my dad for a bit. What did I miss?
Are you
I
afraid of
missed
heights?
after. No.
Okay.
Yes. Actually, I think he would be now that I think about it. No, there's no shot. Nah, he can't be.
Okay, yeah. Well, say I was about to ask because you guys can see that you are about like a few hundred feet in the air, and there's an open like wall. You can feel the wind blowing in from the outside. You can see that there are some documents laying around, and that there is a small table on the floor on one side next to a small, next to a small cushion. Leofiel goes over, Syzygy at the the head of the desk, and basically indicates for you all to sit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Looking around, Amelie does so. I'm assuming on some kind of a bench, or not a bench, but a stump.
There's not really a bench or a stump. There's just a floor.
Okay. Well, she sits on the floor.
And she sits
Cross-legged.
cross-legged. Yeah, Leofiel sits like cross-legged there and everything like that. Everyone else sitting?
Yeah.
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 Part of this was it. Saying you can tell she doesn't do it. It's like, oh, you still can't get chairs. They are waste of space. There is nothing wrong or problematic or needed, or any necessity with a chair when you have nature itself underneath you. It will give you all the comfort you need. Fine. So, first of all, before we go into any sort of indication as to whether or not you all are worthy to find it, to be taken to a place that I would deem among the most sacred in all of Ylir. I wish to speak to the one known as Caretaker. Which of you has him?
I do.
By your description, you are Varus Rivers, correct?
Yep.
I had one of my wolves do some research into you. You are Argus Bane's son, are you not?
Yep.
Can't remember, did you tell Yliri?
I did.
You did.
Of
I-
fucking
did you-
course he did, dude.
But did you
She
think I
would.
wouldn't take the chance not to fucking be a cloud goblin for even 1 second?
You are a cloud goblin. And then she says, present him.
I pull him out.
Hello. I take it you are Lady Aspenvale. Moonspeaker Aspenvale, if you don't mind. Noble caretaker. Moonspeaker. My apologies. No offense was taken, or any apologies necessary. Now, from one as old as yourself, per the description, I'm sure you can tell me everything I need to know. Everything that there is to know about this. As she holds up Syzygy. So that way, ah, absolutely. You are not. You are not even the first elf to wield this item, and I imagine you already know that. However, you are you do seem to be even more powerful than Luna was when she received this. As far as I know, she was one of the most powerful druids in the world at her time. Yes. The Lady Luna is the original founder of the Noble Wolves, which has existed long before the guild system was ever conceived. It was simply one of the early kings of Ylir that deemed the Noble Wolves to be the most appropriate organization to fill that slot required by all the nations. That would explain everything about her, after her mission. There's a certain gaps in my knowledge once Nirvash was defeated. That reminds me. Yliri. Leave. You just popped out a little blue man and you expect me to leave, Auntie? Yes, I do. And she touches her fingers to the ground, and you see like the branches that like twisted to open up the thing beforehand in the wall. They've done it again. As she stares up at Yliri. Now, that is an order.
I just
Fine.
look over and I just say, you probably don't want to be involved in this, Yliri. It's probably for the best.
Your interjection is neither necessary nor appreciated.
Amelie just kind of puts her hand on Varys's thigh.
He kind of gives a little shrug to Amelie. And it is what it is kind of shrug.
As Yliri basically says, fine. I will wait outside. As she goes and she sits outside. As the trees like block in again. Now, describe to me why this girl needs to go to the astral tree. Because within this place that you call the astral tree is an artifact of great power that Miss Rotier is the perfect wielder for. An artifact that will go very, very, very far in helping to defeat the dragon Nirvash.
Amelie kind of gives a nod. She looks like she has something to say. In her mind, she thinks he kind of answered your own question, but out loud, she doesn't really say anything other than kind of stammering under her breath.
Then answer me this, Ancient One. Why her?
Hmm.
There are numerous more capable and more powerful druids, based on what descriptions I have heard, based on what I have observed since she arrived here. Why? I cannot quite tell you that, Moonspeaker. However, I can tell you that she has already been given visions and dreams by Lord Sylvanas himself. He personally has deigned that she receive his menagerie. And I am not one to defy one of my masters. Understood. Then, as for you, as she then turns to Amelie. Amelie Rotier, what do you expect to get out of your visit here? What do you expect to find inside the astral tree?
She kind of sighs and says, "Well, other than the other than Meander, that is the name of it, right?
Menagerie.
Menagerie. Thank you. Well, other than Menagerie and a, one hell of a test to get it, um, nothing from the astral tree. From here and from you more specifically, I was hoping for some tutelage."
There is neither time nor opportunity for much in the way of tutelage. In addition, you would not have been the first today to seek my teaching. Teaching is for those with the time and energy to foster the learning of others. Mine
Amelie kind of
is not.
in a kind of awkward and timid way, a little unlike her, she kind of goes, "This, it's not about spells. I'm seeking wisdom. I'm young and foolish. Surely you have time to spare a word."
So it is not power. It is not druidic nature you seek, but simply teachings of wisdom.
She, in her head, she's thinking to herself, "Well, druidic teachings would be nice, but I don't think I'm getting that." Out loud, she turns and says, "It's yes, that is what I'm here for. I'm I'm young and I'm not a rock that can withstand the crashing of the tides. I'm a I'm a fire that sputters the instant anyone tries to put it out."
Humble. Not what I expected.
Thinking to herself, she's not she doesn't hear that very often.
What say the rest of you of Amelie? You, Imperial, tell me of her.
She has a fire that burns like no one else quite can.
And you, human? Nyrian.
I'm
Um,
Isaac.
she's certainly got a temper, but she has, skills to back that up.
Not of her skill, of her character.
Oof. Amelie just kind of looks down. She knows she hasn't been very kind to Isaac. She can only imagine what he has to say.
Skill can be molded. Character can only be grown or shrunk.
I would say she has a will as strong as the toughest of tree barks, and kindness deeper than the deepest of oceans.
She just pats him on the shoulder and says,
The
"Thank
analogies
you."
are unnecessary, but the message is understood. And you, Half-Drow, son of Argus Bane, what of you?
Amelie's one of the most stubborn, obstinate people I know, but she's also one of the most kindest, hardworking people I know.
And you, Ceredrian.
Without her, this party never have made it here. She is as warm as the sun, but can be as fiery as one as well. I have only high praise for her.
Interesting. A combination of criticisms and praise. Usually, when presented with that question, allies of those looking to seek my tutelage usually do not but praise, and those rare few who are offered both praise and criticism either present some form of frustration or anger for a risk, I'll say for the chance of risking their opportunity. And what of you, Caretaker? I've heard you have as neutral and analytical as a position as any being that exists. Miss Rotier is emotional, quite hot-headed and fiery-tempered. She is young, moderately immature, and she takes things personally at times when there isn't as much of a need to.
Oh,
However, she does possess an aptitude for learning, an aptitude for growth. Even in the short time as which I have known her, and I have known all of them, there has been growth in each and every one of them. Amelie Rotier is no exception to any of them. I'll say to it. She does not seek menagerie for its power. As far as she has made it abundantly and blatantly aware, she would rather leave menagerie where it lie, and have nothing to do with Lord Sylvanas, if at all possible. However, she seeks it out of a sense of duty and a sense of wanting to protect her home and her home on a grander scale in Aveline. She has my overwhelming seal of approval, if you don't mind the expression.
Amelie couldn't look after some of the words that everyone has said, particularly Caretaker listing out the criticisms so plainly. She looks kind of abashed, but by the end of it all, she's beaming.
Very well, then. Your character has been vouched for. But now that the first is out of the way, why don't we test something a little bit more what is let's say the term is tangible.
That is really funny. Sorry to interrupt, but Phil said, "What if we all just said she sucked?"
Um,
I'm sure Caretaker would have still said what he said, but
he would have. Caretaker definitely would have vouched for you in his own way. But yeah, no, there could have been that could have gone a whole lot of different ways, y'all.
Yeah, thank you guys for doing what y'all did.
I don't think anyone was gonna make it too hard.
Yeah, I know. Still, though, it would have been really funny to have just gone, she's a bitch, she can't cook,
She
can't
fucking
read.
sucks.
One moment. Let me see if I can find something real quick. One of the things I had put in here is there we go. Do this and then this. And then, sorry, I'm having to do a little bit of things. I thought I had done this beforehand, but
It's
unfortunately,
okay.
I had forgotten to incorporate a certain aspect into what we are doing.
Oh, I do that all the time. Take your time.
Amelie
There's no rush.
Rotier. Stand.
She stands from her cross-legged position, kind of straightens out her dress.
As she takes you over to the, as she stands up herself, grabs Syzygy, and says, "Stand here with me."
There is a brief hesitation, almost as if she doesn't realize that Leofel is talking to her, but she does walk forward. She stands directly in front of her.
She pushes you out the window.
Aw. Wait, oh, okay. I am going to wild shape into a vulture again.
As you'll see, immediately after pushing Amelie out of the window,
I thought you were joking.
no. She straight up pushes you out of the window.
Just making sure. Good thing
Like
yeah,
she's
wild
standing
shape
there
vulture.
and straight up, like, has behind you and just tosses you out the window. And then you see her jump through as well. What are y'all doing, by the way?
What the heck? She just pushed her out the window!
I'm running out to try and catch her.
As soon as you get to the edge of the tree, you notice that, like, there is some sort of barrier. There is something that is stopping you from going, as Leofale has done that. And you see that she has also transformed, but instead of a vulture, she has transformed into a wind elemental.
God's Gale flash on this barrier.
Yeah, nothing happens, dude. It's not a physical barrier. Again, you can't see what it is.
Can I make a clarification that I failed to earlier?
Yes.
It is a giant vulture, challenge rating 1. I said vulture, and I didn't realize that there was a vulture and giant vulture stat block.
Yep,
Is
got
that
you.
okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
perfectly fine. As you'll see, sort of them come over, this wind elemental is now pushing the your giant vulture Amelie. Make me a strength saving throw with the giant vulture.
Yeah. It's slightly better than my normal one.
Man, what the fuck is wrong with druids? Why can't they do things normally?
Alright, this is with a +2. Oh my god, a critical failure.
Okay.
I was not ready for this. Oh my
Your
goodness.
giant
I'm
vulture is
God.
thrown over near this, say, towards the end of one of these, say, one of these areas. If you see, not in this one. In this one, do you see these areas like over here? On the map?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Do you see it?
Yeah, I see it. That's a long way down.
A long way down, yes, but you were like pushed in that direction as you see the air elemental sort of stop there on the edge of one, near what looks to be like a stump area over just off the edge of that platform. You see there are elves over there looking, say like, what is going on? What did they just fall from Moonspeaker Aspenvale's office? What? As the wind from the air elemental pushes you over to the other side of the stump.
Yeah, oof.
As she transforms back
Okay.
into that, wolves. Do not interfere under any circumstance. Any who violate this will have to answer personally to me.
Oh boy, Amelie is not at her best. She used that last wild shape of hers to avoid falling to her death.
Wait,
This
did
is
you
gonna be
use an earlier wild shape?
Yeah, I must have because it was still marked from my from my character
I'm
sheet,
marking.
and I
I'm
don't think
pretty
we've
sure
won
that
that
was
sheet.
before your last long rest.
Okay, would you allow me to put back a second level spell slot that I also have marked and one wild shape?
Yeah, go ahead and just go ahead and long rest, and then just mark off one wild shape.
Okay, yeah. All right,
You're gonna need it.
I am as topped off as I'm gonna be.
By the way, at this point, you see Lyri's like, wait, where's Auntie Liam? Where's oh shit. As she goes up to the window and she sees the freaking force field area, and she sees it. Auntie Liam, what the fuck? As you can just hear off in the distance, Amelie, what the fuck? She like shouted this, as all of y'all could see Amelie standing across in this almost training yard area from Leofiel. Your
It's
character
beautiful.
has been determined. Now, let us see about your ability as well.
Hmm.
Pod, roll initiative.
All right. I'm okay. I'm using the vulture's dex, right?
I would say that you would actually would you have turned back into a human at this point when she did?
You know what? Yes.
Wait,
Yes.
hold on,
Yeah.
let me clear this. Remove all turns. Clear. Add turn. And wow, Leofiel got pretty good.
Yeah.
Wow, I clicked an extra button there.
256. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to beat that.
25? I don't think so either.
Yeah, with advantage because of my shield, I got an 11, 10 plus 1.
Okay, 11. Yeah. Go ahead and put it in for yourself.
Yeah.
I love how y'all are like, what the fuck? She says, she passes the first turn on to you. Show me what you can do. Actually, no, she didn't. My bad. I did not mean to do that. I thought about something. I misspoke.
Okay.
First thing, what she's going to do, is cast, an 8th level summon beast.
Blah 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 blah. Okay.
Let me find a good token for this beast.
8th level. 19. Oh my goodness. I'm probably metagaming looking at the stat block, but
No, that's fine.
okay. So ooh, that's a big armor class.
Yes, it is. A beast of, we'll say, this is a beast of land.
Okie dokie. I'm looking forward to this.
As you see this giant, this very, I wouldn't say giant, this thing about the size of a Great Dane. It looks like this just almost generic bestial figure, almost like a Flynn.
Mm-hmm.
Show me what you can do.
Okie dokie. I think that Amelie is going to begin her turn by summoning Snuff. I would like to bring Snuff out, and I would like to have him as close to me as possible. Yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about the little ring of fire that he does when he summons. I'm not going to try and get close to them yet.
Mm-hmm. Let me give you control of him.
Thank you. I'm trying to strategize. My screen is ever so slightly blocked by the Roll20 squares that have people's profiles. But
You can hide those, I believe, if you wish.
I do wish to. I don't know how. Give me just a second to see if I can.
Let's see. Personalization and display. Graphics, audio and video display. You might actually not be able to. But you can like zoom in and out.
True. Yeah, true. I know I want to move. I definitely want to get moving.
Get to moving.
Okay. Let me get the ruler out again. I'm sorry. Yeah, I am going to use my turn to move.
Mm-hmm.
Here. Let me double check and make sure that that is the right spot.
Mm-hmm.
25. Oh, I can actually move a square further. And I'm going to have Snuff move a little bit forward. Bonus action, I am going to have him use his lizard spit if I can find the ability.
Flame Seed.
Yep, Flame Seed. I'm going to attack the beast. Armor class 19, spell hit plus 9. Okay, so the spell to hit is 9. 18. Okay, I got an 18 on the die. Plus 9. That definitely hits.
That is a 28.
Let me
Yes,
roll.
it does hit.
Yeah, let me roll damage. Goodness. Plus proficiency bonus. Okay, so that is... My goodness, the thing won't get out of my way. There we go. Okay, so 1d6 plus 4. So sorry this is taking... Ooh, nice! So 10 fire damage to the Beast of Land.
Beast of Land. All right.
Whew, Lordy.
Let me this.
As a free action, I would like to say, just warming up. Very trepidatiously, not her usual comical, snarky kind of way. It sounds like she's like telling her coach, like, I'm just warming up. Give me some time. This is like very out of her demeanor.
So it still has...
Do we see any of this hyper?
Yeah,
Or
no,
is
you
this,
can
like,
see
too
you
far
can
out?
see this from where y'all are at. They're not that far away. They are far away enough. Let's do. Let's say that is an extra 40, so that's 70. All right. So she is going to say this thing has lands. So it has. She's going to cast. She's going to cast transport via plants.
Okie dokie.
Which will move the Beast of Land right here in front of you.
Nice.
And it is going to make its attacks. Let's see. Its spell attack modifier is a... Oh, okay. Let's see. It gets to make 4 attacks.
I'm going to say that the first, she's going to cast Shield to make her armor class 19.
To make it 19.
Yeah. It was 14 and now it's 19. There
Okay.
might be another modifier that I'm missing. I haven't activated the Dress of Defense, so I believe it should just be 19. With
Okay,
shield.
well, you're lucky one of them rolled really low.
Thank goodness, that was what I was hoping for.
It hit an 18, but not a 19.
Poof, that's why I did
So
it.
you can tell it adds her spell attack modifier. So it is, I need d8s. I need 3 of them. Here are those 3. And I will do this plus 12. Damn, I rolled low there too. Okay, so that is 8.
20.
No, plus 12 each.
Oh, okay.
So that's 36. That is 44 points of piercing damage.
Oh, I'm at 9. No, wait, I'm less than that. I'm at 7. Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you can kill. I'm not trying to kill her. This is sparring. Holy shit. Okay. Is the beast's turn over?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm trying to think of what I am going to do in this pinch. Because I am in one. Let me see. Okay, this is 30 feet. Let me see. It takes its turn after me, I believe.
It does.
Damn. Okay. Well, that's fine. I at least know what I can do. Anyway, or at least I can think of something around that. My goodness. I'm going to... God. Sorry I'm taking so long to do this. I think I have an idea, though.
Okay.
It probably should be healing, not gonna lie.
Show me what you got.
Yeah, I think I am going to... Yeah, I'm going to use an action to heal just so that way I could possibly survive another attack.
Okay.
That's 5d8 plus 5. Oops. 1, 2. Here, I'm just gonna roll 3. Okay, so a 1, an 8 for 9, and then... Oh my god, 3 1s!
No, re-roll the ones.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Okay, so that would be...
Remember the power of, the catalyst. Whenever you are rolling a fire spell or a healing spell and you roll a 1, you may re-roll it.
Sick.
That includes all 1s on a roll.
Okay, so I have an 8, a 3, and the plus 5.
So you need 3. There you go. So you got 33 points of healing.
Holy shit! Yeah, thank you, Catalyst of the Inferno.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I am going to reserve my bonus action because I want my lizard to come here, move towards me, and do the teleporty thing so I can get the fuck away.
Teleporting thing, okay. Where are you teleporting?
15 feet away. Give me just a second to decide where specifically. Oh, yes, up to 15 feet.
Oh, wait, actually, no. Roll 1 more d8.
Okay. 1d8. 5.
So 5. So add that to your healing as well because of enhanced bond.
Oh, sick. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. All right, so I'm going to teleport 15 feet away. Right. 1, 2, 3. Here in this little nodule that's kind of U-shaped. 1, 2, 3. and I believe he comes with me.
He does. You have
All
control.
right.
Yep.
The beast takes some fire damage if it fails a dexterity saving throw. Give me just a second.
Let me see what it gets.
17.
It
DC.
fails.
Nice. So this is going to be 1d6 plus 4 fire damage from my little lizard guy.
Mm-hmm.
5 fire damage.
5.
Yeah. I rolled it on D&D Beyond. I don't know why I did that. Would you rather I roll it here? Give me a second. Let me refresh the browsers.
Just make sure that I would say go to the Beyond 20 like plugin and just make sure that it's going to like this specific tab on the Roll 20.
Yeah. Okay. Give me just a second. This specific tab. Yeah, I forgot to reload the Beyond 20 extension, so I will be using D&D rolls or D&D Beyond rolls.
Okay.
All right. I did say that I kind of ended my turn so that way I could use snuff. I did still have movement.
I mean, we could say that you moved, say that you saved your movement after, and that your movement was reaction. If you would like to move, you can.
You are a blessing.
Mm.
Yeah, I am going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Directly forward.
Go for it.
All right, and Snuff is going to stay there because he's all out of movement, and that is the end of my turn. I am pee-peeing and I am poo-pooing. Oh my god.
I mean, hey, you still healed 45 damage in a single turn.
I did. I'm almost back to full.
I know. What level healing word was that? Or not healing word, whatever healing spell you chose.
I think I forgot to mark the spell slot.
That's
5th.
fine.
Yep, I sure did. There we go. Boop.
Is there a reason that you were deigning to run?
Strategic reasonings.
Right. And then it is going to try and go for you, but it cannot get there. Leofiel is going to no, she's not gonna do that one. She's not gonna do that one. Can't do that one, really. That's not a good one to do. Not that one. Huh. Not a lot of great spells for this situation, so she is just going to...
It's fine with me.
Well, you're also just out of her range, so she's just standing there, ordering the beast around. It is your turn, Amelie.
Okay. What
Show
is
me,
that?
she says, show me your metaphorical and literal fire power.
She is... Look, actually, I was just about to do that Willowghast's Web of Fire thing as soon as I looked up the...
You gonna put 4 points into it?
Yeah.
4 charges, okay.
Seems like a pretty cool spell. I would...
It is a pretty cool spell. There's a reason I did it.
It does almost double damage if I only target a single creature. 8d6 to both of them is pretty good. I think I'm going
60 feet. Are you going to try and do it to both of them?
Oh,
or were you just
let me
focusing
double
on
check.
The beast?
Let me double check and see if either of them are in range.
They both are.
Yep. Yeah, Leophel is in range, and so is my the doggy.
Okay.
Or the beast.
Ooh. So you burned 4 points out of the thing?
Yes, I do. And both of them have to make a dexterity saving throw. I believe the DC is... It should be 17, I believe. No, wait, no. It should be around the 19s.
It is actually 19, yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
right.
DC 19.
Okay. Leofiel was not expecting this spell because it is one she has not seen in a long time. As y'all can see, this sort of web, this sort of like interlocking thing of flame erupt from Amelie as she goes up, raises up the catalyst, slams it into the ground, and this sort of almost like multi-layered facet, eruption of flame appears out all over. I need you to roll me 8d6
That's a lot of damage.
to both of them.
Oh my goodness, that is more than 8 die. That is more than 8. Why did it roll so many? Well,
I think it rolled
guess
12
it's a good.
by default, maybe?
I think so. Yeah, because that's more than 8.
Okay,
I'm looking.
so there's a
There's
bonus
no
to
way
this,
that-
actually. There's a bonus to this.
Oh, interesting.
Pod,
Yeah.
I would like you to roll an additional d8,
Okay. Oh yeah. Snuff.
and I would like you to roll me 2d6.
Okay.
Because you rolled 2 1s on Widowgrass Web of Fire, and you have Enhanced Bond.
Nice. All right, one of them is still a 1, but
Okay, that's
with
fine. So,
So,
8, so
okay,
that is
so this
34
28
points
over
of damage.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Alright, Leafia also takes 34 points of damage.
And I'm going to use my movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was dumb. Why did I do that? Now it's closer. Now it's
If you would
almost
like to go
close.
back and rethink it, you can.
Yeah, I would like to do that. I was here.
Yes.
I was here. Okay. Let me see. This thing has so much fucking movement.
It's only got 30.
Well, okay, yeah, okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Running out of forest. Oh my goodness. Okay,
I'll
yeah.
say, you notice
and
you're
bonus-
running out of platform.
Yeah. I think I have an idea. I am going to have Snuff move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, provoking opportunity attack.
Alright, that is a 21.
21 does hit my little Snuff.
Okay. That is 18 points of damage.
Ouchie. Give me uno momente, por favoris. Okay. He is down to 27 hit points. And bonus action, Flame Seed again.
Flame Seed, okay, hit it.
On the wolf, or the beast. 21. Remind me what
21
the armor
hits.
class is. Alright, nice. Fire damage. Oops, wrong. No, I think that's right anyway. Yeah, it's a d6 anyway. Yeah. So
And that does not count as a fire spell.
Nope.
So
Nope.
that is that
Just
is
an
just the
additional
8.
fire
Okay.
damage. Hey, for a bonus action, that's not the worst thing in the world.
Yep.
It is basically no resources bonus action damage. Not complaining. End of my turn.
And that I say, wow. That is a spell I have not seen in some time.
She smiles. Quite educated. That snarky attitude of hers is starting to come back a little bit. She's starting to show her true colors again.
As she then motions the beast over, whose eyes change. Let's see. That is 2 hits.
Yeah, I don't even remember what the
Does a
armor class
19
is.
hit snuff?
Armor class is 13, and there's no way to increase it. So yeah.
All right. Well, the other ones are almost 30, so I take it they all hit. And based on the fact that that is 16 damage out the gate, I would have to roll a lot of really low levels. So let's see. You said he has 27 left?
Yes, and with 16 damage, that puts him down to 11.
Yep. Well, let's see how he does. Yeah, he's gone.
11. Goodbye, Snuff.
I
Amelie
rolled a
looks kind of
7
hurt.
and I rolled a 7 and an 8, so I rolled an extra 20 damage on the hit. So he's gone.
Ugh. Damn.
And
Amelie looks hurt.
you did mark off the use of wild shape for Snuff, right?
Yeah, I am all. Oh no, I didn't. But yes, I am all out of wild shapes.
Okay, make it sure.
Yeah, I'm bad about actually marking it down, but I'm good at remembering it.
Mm-hmm. All right. It is now your turn.
Yes, it is. Let me also the Inferno. Yeah, yeah. Okay, we're good. Shit. All right. Well, since Snuff is done, bonus action, dresses defense for +3 armor class to make it 17.
Okay.
And main action. Shit, what am I gonna do? Oof. Main action, I think I'm going to 5th level summon elemental. I would like to summon a fire elemental.
Okay.
And
This actually works for Catalyst. And you
yeah,
did take off
sweet.
Catalyst's points, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It was 4 for Wind to Guests.
Widow Gas Web of Fire. Yes, it was. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Summon your elemental.
All right, 90-foot range. I'm torn on where I should do it because I can drop. No, I definitely need to. I need to create some kind of a barrier between me and that thing. So yeah, I basically would just leave it right where.
This thing has taken a little bit of a beating.
Yeah, I'm going to set it right where Snuff was, and hopefully finish it off. So that way,
let me
most
give
of
you
the
control
physical.
of it.
Yeah. Thank you. Amelie summons a pluming cloud of roaring smoke and crackling fire with her 5th level, her last 5th level.
Well, remember, you do still have the Catalyst, and the Catalyst does have 8 points left, so there is a spell in there that you can cast if needed.
Yes, there is. I am going to put the summon elemental stat block in a separate window so I can have easier access to it than scrolling through all of my spells over and over. Yes. I believe that it rolls its own initiative. It shares my initiative, but immediately takes its turn after mine, so I'm
half
going
of the
to
spell
move.
level rounded down, so it gets 2 attacks. And it has a plus 11 to hit.
Yes, it does. Better than Snuff. All right, so I'm going to move. I'm going to jump over to these branching tree roots over here. Amelie is sweating. It is my elemental's turn. It does make 2 attacks, and it does have an 11 to hit.
Okay,
so
roll
my
it.
spell. All right. 2d20 plus 11. One of them is a 5 plus 11 for 16, and I think that misses. So the second one definitely.
The 17 does hit.
Yes.
Go for it.
The 5. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
1d10 plus 4 plus 5. So 1d10 plus 9 fire damage.
Okay. I think that's a 10. 10.
That
nice.
is a 10.
So
okay.
19 fire damage.
So 19 fire damage. Nice.
Snuff isn't out, so I don't think I can add any kind of bonuses to that.
You
and
don't need to. As you summon this fire elemental and you see this beast like square up to it, you see it go to snap out, but you see your fire thing basically like morph, basically like turn its basically duck under the bite and just like go straight for this beast's neck as you see it disappear into magical energy.
All right. Amelie is happy. I am going to make the fire elemental move. Double checking the movement. Okay, it doesn't change with levels. All right, so it's just 40. And I'm going to move it directly closer to Leofel. In fact, I'm going to move it right next to her.
All right.
There you go. Yeah. Amelie's grinning. Sweat is still pouring down her face, and her eyebrows are still cocked in a way that shows visible concern. But she's smiling like this is an intense workout that she's enjoying.
Are you enjoying yourself, Amelie Rotier?
More than I thought I would. I was expecting this lesson to be a bit more painful, she says, looking down at the freaking bites she got from that beast. I've survived worse.
She slams her
Fucking
staff
40.
down. She takes her staff. She says, "Well then, let me shed some light on your teachings." As she slams the staff down, and you all see, basically this staff grow into this gigantic ass scythe.
Oh boy!
By the way, this staff is made out of pure white moonlight. Doing it, and she just swings it across at it. I need the flame elemental to make me a dexterity saving throw.
All right, it doesn't have any saving throws, so that's a +2. 15. I'm willing to bet my dollar it fails.
It does because because this is Syzygy's saving throw.
Yeah.
So that is actually, I'll say that is a Transcended Reverie saving throw, which, by the way, will almost always be DC 21. 15, 18, 21 felt the fairest because when I put it at 16, 19, and 23 or something like that, it was just impossible for anything to do. All the play test the items were just too overpowered. 21 was at least doable. So yeah, with that, you see it go off, and you see now your fire elemental is bathed in moonlight. As you see, and let me do something real quick. Let me do it in this layer. What is this? Yes, that. Let me go to here. That layer here. And then this layer here.
Whoa,
As you see, she has transformed into this giant, and I mean monstrous thing, rippling with muscle, something unlike what you have ever seen.
Yeah, that's the noise that Amelie makes too when that happens.
I imagine, you want to see what true power can be when one has attuned with nature?
She just kind of shakes her head.
Well, that is too bad. As she raises both fists up, let's see what the attack is! Funny enough, this modifier is actually lower than Leofiel's. Where'd my other d20s go? Oh, there they are.
It has 60 hit points if it's attacking the beast.
Yeah, it's got advantage.
Yeah. Armor class 16.
Does a 26 hit?
Armor class 16.
Okay.
Are you aiming at me? Is this? I am 30 feet away. Is it
No, no,
hitting
no.
me?
She's aiming at the. She's aiming at the elemental.
Okay, so yeah, armor class 16, 30, 60 hit points.
So she's making one hit with the fists.
Yeah.
Also, thumbs up to any of you who actually knows what this creature is.
It looks familiar. I think
Isn't
it's
this
a
a
demon.
Balgura?
It is not.
They look more like orangutans. But anyway.
That is a 15. That is 22 points of bludgeoning damage.
Could have been worse.
All right. Go for it.
My turn. Okay. Who doggy?
Very good, Phil. Very good. You actually spelled it correctly too.
Amelie remembers the last time she was in training with somebody like this. Her nanny. I'm trying to remember her name because she's just
Venhana.
the sweetest fuck. Venhana, right? I called her nanny Venhanny. Dispel magic worked on her transformation. Oh, she used polymorph. I have no idea what this is.
That is
I
not
could
polymorph.
recognize
That is a
polymorph.
shape change. Roll me a Arcana, Nature, or History check.
I'm going to roll a history check.
Okay.
Is this going to be an action or a bonus action?
I will say this will be your free action.
Okay. History, oof, 6 + 8.
14. Okay. Still not bad. You remember hearing about Leofiel turning into some sort of demon to fight against the last Sapphire Empress. You don't remember what it's
Lord.
called or anything about it though.
Yeah, and that has to be like part of her being some kind of god-chosen druid.
No.
Okay.
That is actually just a 9th level spell called Shape Change.
Oh!
Yeah, no, if you can't tell, she turned into a CR-17 demon.
Dispel magic would still work against that.
Would it?
If it's a spell, then I believe so, yeah.
Let me see how that works, because you would recognize that she did cast a spell. Let me see about what... That's a 3rd level spell, dispel magic. Okay. Oof, okay, I need you to roll me a straight... I assume you're casting at 4th level. I need you to roll me a straight d20.
Rolling. Oh, damn it!
6.
Worth a try, worth a try!
Okay. Well, the thing is, you would have had to have a 19 or a 20 for it to succeed.
Hey, man, it was in the cards.
It was, and if you got a natural 20,
10% chance.
if you got a natural 20, that would have been insane. Because you would have
It was
done what
in
the
the cards.
Sapphire Empress couldn't do, and you would have actually removed Leofiel from this form. As to do that, as you see Leofiel says, resortful attempt. Or resortful attempt.
Amelie is just like nodding, is like, yeah, I learned that from the elves, yeah.
Would you say you still have your beast to go for if you would like?
Oh, yes, and I do still have movement. Probably really dumb to move within a straight line, a path that has a straight line directly in her way, but I'm gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is going to move a little bit more this way. More this way. And I am going to make 2 attacks. I think both of those are at, what, an 11? Let me double check.
They're what?
I'm trying to remember what both of
Your
my...
spell attack modifier. So because you cast it as a druid spell, that is an 11.
11...
Roll me attacks.
Yeah. All right. 17 and 12.
17 and
Oh,
12 plus 11, they both hit.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, in the
so-
future, don't roll 2d20, roll them just individually.
Yeah, I just now thought of that.
Or do like
Um,
say RD20 plus 11 kind of thing,
Okay.
and that'll work.
Okay. Would
So
you mind
those
if I rolled the
both,
damage?
those both hit. Yes, go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay.
And go ahead and have it preemptively.
Okay, so
16,
okay,
so that's
16
2d.
plus 18, 20, 34 halved is. Give me just a second. I think
Right.
that's 17. I think it takes 17 fire damage.
17 fire damage. Okay. All right.
Not bad at all.
As now it is Leah Fiel's turn. As you see, something that you didn't notice before is hanging off, is around the Garistro's neck. As Leah Fiel goes like this number, and basically raises the arms up, as you see that moonlight scythe come out again, emanating from this black wooden necklace around the form of the Garistro.
Ooh.
Slamming it down onto this thing. I need a DC 21 dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. So this is gonna be a +2.
Mm-hmm.
19. So 21 meets it, beats it.
Is it a +2?
Yeah, it has a +2 to its dexterity. It doesn't have
+2
any
to
saving
dexterity.
bonuses?
Your fire elemental has successfully resisted a primal reverie in its transcended form.
Yay!
All right. Nice. So that was her bonus action. Now, first up, let's do the attacks. As she's like,
Yeah.
interesting. Interesting. The first attack is going to be a 15.
Okay.
Does that hit?
Oh, the armor class is 16.
16. Okay. Well, the other one is a 17.
Hits by 1.
Hits. Okay. This is one of the. This one is the hoof attack.
Oof! Ouchie.
Yeah. No, this hurts. This hurts a lot. I need a DC. I need a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. Okay, so +4 from the strength. 7.
It is not prone.
Okay, wait. It may be immune to prone?
Is it?
Nope, it is not.
Okay. Well, it takes 23 points of bludgeoning damage.
23. It is still alive.
All right. And then for its third attack, technically now it has advantage because of the fact that that second would hit.
All right,
And that
armor class
is-
still 16.
That is a 30.
I think that lands.
Yeah, I think so too. Let's do this. Move these dice out of the way. Oh wow, that is shit for damage. Okay, that is 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ah, damn, that was just enough to kill him. My fire elemental disappears into a cloud of smoke that withers away.
That it does. Okay, as now, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As you see this giant creature start to bear down on you.
Okay. I'm looking at my spells. Ooh.
So, something else I would like to point out.
Yeah.
Pod.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yes,
also,
I'm
wait,
listening.
no. What? I said saloon, Phil. This is the scythe of saloon.
I know. I was making a joke. There's a weapon in WoW called the Scythe of Elune.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I've never actually heard of that item. I just put a scythe because I thought a moon scythe would be cool.
No, it's fine. I was just joking.
Yeah, no,
Keep going.
and with this, so yeah, funny enough, Pod, Amelie actually would have known what a ring of spell turning is, and the fact that you use Widowgas Web of Fire instead of any single target spell actually was huge because it meant that the ring didn't activate. So she didn't have advantage on it. That's why she took all the damage at the beginning.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay. With that, I think I kind of want to cast Widowgas Web of Fire again. Single target. But
she doesn't have the ring in the Goristro form. You can see that her armor, her cloak, her ring, nothing is available except for this wooden necklace, which you can very well assume is Syzygy, because you've seen how Kindless Summer and Drake Siphon work whenever Isaac is transformed. Because you have seen that, it is very easy for you to assume it works the same way.
Can I retcon what I was gonna do? And can I make a concentrated attack on that necklace?
It won't knock her out of the thing, by the way. Yeah, the Syzygy isn't the source of the transformation. It's just that Syzygy transforms with the person because reveries have that sort of adaptability.
Okay, shoot. So hitting it wouldn't give me any kind of
No, it wouldn't do you anything. You would know, like, if something hit, like, say he turns into the unicorn, and then something tries to hit the modified, like, dagger on the tip, it's not going to really hurt Finn. Same thing that goes here.
Alright, well, in that case, single target Widowgast, 4 more charges on my bracelet.
Single target Widowgast. Alright.
Dexterity saving throw is 19.
And you're using Widowgast or using Immolate?
I'm using Widowgast.
Alright, what sort of saving throw do I need?
Dexterity 19.
Dexterity 19, okay! Also, that's another thing that you did. This is, I don't know if this is you being smarter, doing it smart as a player, or just kind of, like, going for it. Because guess what is the Garistro's worst save out of the big ones?
I actually don't know the Garistro stat block.
I was saying it's dexterity.
Yeah, I figured. Well, I mean, now that you said it, I kind of figured, but I was just doing this because, like, she wanted to see my freaking catalyst, so fine. Also, I think that's my best form of damage anyway.
It is. Go ahead and roll me the 12d6. Unfortunately, she rolled because of the magic. Because it is a demon. As you know, it's resistant to magic. One of them was a natural 20.
Okay,
Holy shit!
The 49. The 49 is what I rolled.
Yeah, so she takes 24 points halved, so 12 points of fire damage there.
Oof.
I mean, hell, still, that is more than someone could reasonably expect to do to a Goristro.
That's fair. And oof. Yeah, she's being pushed to the back wall. Over here.
Yep. Is that the end of your turn?
I don't think I have any bonus actions. Nope, no bonus actions. Yeah, I'm just gonna pray that my dress and my shield spells are enough to keep me alive.
She's gonna move straight towards you and hit you with a gore attack.
Alright, casting shield raises my armor class to 22.
Actually, I forgot. Bonus action.
Okay.
Because she's only used it 3 times? Yeah, so bonus action, I need a dexterity saving throw.
Alright. I'm not very good at those. That's a 13.
So this attack has advantage. What is your AC?
With shield 22.
What was it without shield?
17.
You don't need it for that hit.
Okay.
As you see it coming, you are prepped for it. You see those horns come up and get ready to toss you, and you basically manage to use the force of one, like you let it basically push you down and out of the way to get back up. As you see her there, it's like, good reflexes! So she no longer has advantage! Because she rolled a 3 and a 2 on the dice!
Oh my
What is
goodness,
it with y'all and fucking carrying against reverie users?
I don't care. I'm just glad I'm alive. I know she
18?
ain't gonna kill me, but
Does an 18 hit?
shield.
Okay.
22.
Pod, I am so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
The last attack, unfortunately, was a natural 20.
As long as it deals less than 45 damage, I'm happy.
It deals 37 damage flat to start. Oh, sorry. Not 37. 31 damage flat to begin with before a single dice is rolled. We will see.
I'm gonna go ahead and... Okay, so that leaves me with 14 hit points. No!
As that first punch comes in, and you come in, and you barely manage to shield against that first hit, but then you see the second arm come around, and you can't bring your arms around in time, as this one just hits you and basically sends you flying as... Oh, wait, how much HP did you have after that 31?
14?
You have 4 hit points left.
Oh my god!
After
Holy
the natural
shit.
20, you have 4 hit points left because I rolled only 10 damage.
Reaction? Hellish Rebuke.
Go for it!
Dexterity save 15. It's based on my charisma. It's the Infernal
Fails.
Legacy thing.
Roll me damage.
Failed? Okay, okay, so that's 14 halved to 7.
To 7, okay. Wait, this is a spell. Hold up, I forgot I have advantage on this.
Okay.
Okay, so what is it on a pass? Because the second one did pass.
It's 7 halved again, so I would say 3.
3. Okay, still, it takes a hit. So... Even as you teeter on the brink of of defeat, you keep fighting. What are you trying to prove?
Amelie's panting at that question. So many things are racing through her head. She's trying to...
And you can
prove
feel like
herself,
blood
but-
swelling up in your mouth too.
Yeah.
Like that hit knocked the shit out of you.
Yeah, her mind is swirling. What is she trying to prove? Is she trying to prove anything to Sarka? Is she trying to prove herself a capable warrior? She already knows she is. Like, damn. Yeah, she is. Her head is swimming with blood, but also with thoughts. Oof, Lordy. My goodness.
It's your turn.
It is my turn. Hmm. I think I'm gonna do 4th level fireball right on the... Wait, no, maybe I should heal. No.
What you
Because
doing?
if I can't heal enough to survive whatever damage I take, then the heal is wasted and I could have done damage. You know what? I'm going to cast Fireball. Amelie is just going to get this dead set look of determination in her eyes as she says, I don't have to prove anything to you. And she casts Fireball centered directly on herself. She has that evocation thing, so she can exclude herself from it. But she is basically the source of the blast. I need a dexterity saving throw 19.
Passes.
Alright, well, that's still 96 damage halved. And halved again, but still.
97. Wait, 96. Okay. So divided by
Okay.
4, that is 8?
Yeah, 8 fire damage.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I can't move without provoking opportunity attack, so yeah, she's just gonna fucking. Can I bonus action spit in her face? Spit up blood?
Go for it.
Yeah, Patooey. That's the end of her turn.
As at that point, she raises up both of these Goristro fists. Are
I'm
you like
using
staring it
shields.
down
I'm a
as she
class
does it?
22. Yeah. I'm
As she
using
brings it
shields whenever
down,
they need it. Yeah, sorry.
let me see how this works. Um,
It is.
let's just roll it like this.
Josaku is attacking these barriers right now with God.
Not even say
Gosh.
God Razor is actually like doing something, but it immediately seals up as soon as the slash happens. As in, she does this and slowly comes down with Syzygy and taps you in the head. It takes
Amelie's-
quite a bit to impress me, Amelie Rotier. You have succeeded in that regard.
Wow. Like she actually kind of says through her
As
blood.
by the way, she's now obviously in her elven form as opposed to
Yeah.
another one. She's going to cast Heal
Okay.
at 7th level.
I can't remember what that does, but I'm assuming it restores me to 51 hit points.
It restores you to full. It heals you for 80.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
She rises and she wipes the blood from her lips, bows. In her head, she's thinking, "Wow,
The blood
I
is
never thought she
the blood
respects
is
me."
and yes, at this point she's like, you stood down one of the most terrifying creatures of the abyss, spat in its face, and kept fighting to the last breath even though you knew it was a hopeless task. You fought, I'll say, you came up with creative solutions with which to overcome adversity that had set you on the back foot from the very beginning. Ingenuity, wisdom, and belief in nature, and belief in the natural, in your own natural ability, is as admirable as it is the will of character. And you've certainly shown your ability here. Many would not have lasted as long as you did against such a creature. I will say that the Sapphire Empress was, did not put up as much of a fight or as much of a stand as you did. Had she might be the one ruling her country still instead of her daughter. Instead, she tried to run and paid the price for it.
Amelie straightens up. She says, "I was only running to survive. I was still fighting, even with my back turned to you."
Mm-hmm. That you were. Never once did you try to truly escape. Only to maneuver.
Amelie
She's
feels
going to cast Tree Stride
impressed.
and bring you both through, and y'all are back in the office. Very well.
Amelie, yeah, she's happier than the party has seen her in a minute. There's obvious, like, pride in her gait.
Amelie Rotier has proven herself in both character and in terms of ability. You do yourself, your people, your patron, your your guild, and your friends justice, and you do right by their names and their reputation. Tomorrow I will take you to the astral tree. Uliri,
Very
see that see that these four are treated to anything that they request within reason while here at the House of Honor. If they wish to spar with anyone, provide a partner or be one yourself. If they require any sort of teaching or any sort of knowledge, see that see that within reason it is provided to them. Amelie Rotier, you will come with me.
she bows to Leothel, and then she turns to her group and gives everybody a big smile as she bows to them and follows Leothel.
There you go. All right. So
That was satisfying.
that was what?
That was satisfying.
Yeah, I get it. Well, that was one of the reasons why it's like I was originally gonna end that last session here after the fight.
Oop.
But again, you were you were a little you were feeling like super under the weather last time, so it wasn't like a great time for it. I
was
guarantee
getting
you, with the well-being you were in, I don't think you would have lasted that long into the fight because that fight lasted a while.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate you giving me the time to like recuperate.
Yeah, this is not something where you needed to be because also like mentally, again, you legitimately the best comparison is Argus, so like you did incredibly well. Like
Thank you.
Josaku's clutch against fucking Kaimel might have a contender for it. Granted, he got a lot closer than you did. But comparing Kaimel and Leofiel is not a fair comparison. Because she wasn't holding back. She threw out a 9th level spell against you.
She did.
It was something. So, let's start with the gang. Alright, guys.
Woo! Thank y'all.
Wickermen, what are y'all doing here at the House of Honor? Let's start with Josaku. What are you doing, my guy? You're in a place where every step you take, someone is watching you.
Oh gosh. Okay, I need to fight the strongest guy in the head, Varys. Spar.
Y'all are gonna spar?
I'm gonna get my ass kicked, but sure. I'm gonna go spar with Josaku.
Alright. Y'all go spar.
Hey, you can use the same.
Kaba, what are you doing?
Life support is muted.
Yeah, Life, what you up to?
He may be busy. I am actually going to use the restroom real quick.
Yeah,
I'm
you go
probably
for it
not
real
going
quick, because I know there's a very special thing in here for a certain someone. Isaac. What do you want to do?
Okay, in my head, I'm gonna be like, all right, Chief, is there anything you're interested in here? And I assume it's gonna end up being that door that like looks, out of place and stuff.
We'll talk about that tonight, kid. I will say what's behind that door is certainly qualifying as something interesting. Then again, you'll have to leave tomorrow, and you can't exactly sneak it while you're traveling with a druid that can see through magic.
Can't you just do that thing you did with the like little icon thing I got you and just like bring it up to your world?
A little different this one. This artifact's a little powerful for that.
Okay.
You ever heard of the spell Wish?
No.
Is that like an actual no or a?
No, I'm saying like no. Oh no. I'm so fucked.
It's like it can't do that right now, but with enough time, it could get maybe one usage of it back. So, would Isaac know about Wish?
Probably not. He didn't know anything above, what was it, 3rd level?
Anything above 3rd level. Okay, so roll me an Arcana, History, or Religion check. Any of the above. 11. Okay. Doesn't ring any bells. Damn. Feels bad. Well then, yeah, you say it's like, apparently it was something enough to get Matt's interest, and he seemed almost excited by this. For the usually very reserved individual, like, this is something that has piqued his interest.
This is not going to end well for me.
What do you think it is, Phil?
It's like something that lets him cast a wish, maybe like a ring of a wish or something.
That's another thing
Or a
that
lamp.
allows someone to do that.
Oh, my feet's got power.
No. This is an item I would not let y'all have because it is legitimately one of the most powerful items in D&D.
Bro, I love how Hyper cucks us with all these powerful items.
Well,
He
for this
brings it
one,
closer and he
it
says,
currently
"Screw
doesn't
y'all."
have the charge that makes it obscenely powerful.
Is it a ring of 3 wishes?
It is not a Ring of 3 Wishes. It is actually stronger than a Ring of 3 Wishes.
Ring of 4 wishes.
There
Oh
is
my God.
there is a legendary item that is that. So that is even more powerful than that. So, I guess that'll be safe for the end of the session. You'll get to simmer your thoughts on that. What are you doing then, Isaac?
Just hanging out, I guess.
Okay. Life, are you
gonna
back? Whoops,
Take
sorry.
the time to actually just scope out, just see if there's a best place to enter that little room and stuff.
All right, then I need you to roll me a stealth, investigation, and arcana check. Each.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, what the fuck?
So, with a 16, you barely met the DC. Like, when I say the minimum DC for you not to be deemed as suspicious was a 16, I mean that it was a 16. So you look like you're kind of just hanging out. What are you pretending to do while you're scoping it out?
I'm gonna pretend that I'm checking out one of the guards.
In what way?
Like in a, I'm obviously very infatuated with them kind of way.
Oh, what the fuck? One of the numbers came off my dice. What the hell? Aw, man. Sorry, one of the fucking numbers just came off of the D20.
Bro, that sucks.
Like,
Let's ski to that dude.
damn.
He's a piece of shit. Real piece of shit.
Now my question is, what number is missing? Let me figure this out. Why the hell is 4 missing out of everything? That's weird. Okay, I'm gonna stop playing with it for now. Give me one moment to set this down. I don't want to mess it up any further if that can happen. I mean, I knew it was a cheap little plush toy, but still. Okay, yeah. So you said you were doing what again? I apologize.
I'm going to make it seem like I am checking out one of the guards.
Like, hey.
Like I'm obviously like down bad for this person, basically.
All right. Roll me a D2. See which one.
Is that just like a coin flip? All right, I'm gonna go with heads.
Heads. Okay.
I am back.
Well, me show you your options of what there were. Because I actually have pictures of these characters. Let's see. Art. So, Tails was the guy.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. So you see this druidic woman appearing to read a book, with her hand basically sitting near her staff. She does give you this look. May I help you?
Do you know anything about your friend over there? And I try not to like look. I try to look at him without looking like I'm looking at him.
So the what? Wait, the one you were that we were checking out is the woman.
I thought you said I was checking out the dude.
No,
I
I
don't
said
know.
he was Tails.
Oh, okay.
She was
Then
heads.
I'll be like, you
Again,
come
she
here
notices you
often?
checking her out.
Yeah, I'll say, you come here often?
If that was an attempt at flirting, you might have to do a little bit better. Go ahead. You get a second chance.
Do you wish to engage in coitus with me?
And you blew it. As you hear, man. As you feel like someone yoink at your hood.
Holy moly!
Did I have enough time to scope out the area as
I would say yes, because of your
Sick.
rolls. I would say you would have had enough time. So as you see, Uliri come up behind you and actually say, "Man, Isaac, what the fuck got into you? That's the first time I've seen you do anything like that. Was that some attempt at a bad joke?"
It's not what's gotten into me, it's what I wanted to get into.
And she smacks you in the back of the head.
Moly.
Now,
He is so
Isaac,
smooth.
Isaac, I may have misjudged you. Apologize to Olabella.
I apologize, madam.
Do you? As also, you feel like this whip, say this like whipping thing come up from like, it feels like it's coming up behind you, and it pops you in the back of the head too.
Ow.
No, this one you take, because you're being held down, so I will say that this attack would probably hit in the first place. Take 12 points of slashing damage.
Feels a bit excessive, but ow, that painful.
So was that something I wanted to fuck as an introduction? Now, Finn, you should have known better than to do that. Oh, sorry, Isaac. Isaac, Olabella, Isaac. Isaac is one of the group that was coming here with me. It is good to see you again, Yliri. However, I do wish it was under better circumstances.
I can just go now.
Yeah, you might as well. As Yliri shoves you away a little bit. So what you did see on this thing, an investigation on Arcana, that there are the two guards posted. You saw that they look to be very well equipped. This door looks like it's made of anti-magical iron. This way, it would repel or have it any sort of magical effects on it would have disadvantage. Any attempt to teleport into it would fail automatically. or you would have to make some sort of saving throw, and it would deal a lot of damage when you ran face first into this vault. You see that there are pick-resistant locks into the door, and that there is a key slot, but that there appears to be also an incantation to this door. You don't know what that incantation is. You do not speak Elvish, so you could not really read much about the runes that were on there, but you were able to gather that there is the key, that there is anti-magic on it, and that there is and that there is some sort of runic element which you have not deciphered. The investigation got you the key, as well as what kind of lock it is. So you think that with the right amount of prep, you could actually prepare for the anti-lock picking because of how high you rolled in this investigation. On the Arcana, you think that given the right amount of time and the right amount of research, you probably could get around a little bit of the anti-magic, given a little bit of testing. But with the runic thing, you have no idea what you're looking at. And that's what you got.
Okie dokie.
Yep. And you also pissed off that and Yaliri now thinks less of you.
Yeah, but
You-
fuck you, Larry. I hate her anyway.
My question was, why didn't he say he was trying to read a book or something?
I don't know, dude.
Still didn't think that far.
It's just funny, like that's what you chose. It's like, would you like to engage in coitus?
This is so funny.
Bro really said I would like to engage in coitus.
What if she was like, yeah, sure.
Bro,
Well,
how funny would that have
Hey,
been?
wrong asker, wrong person being asked. You'll understand that joke later. All right. Who would you guys say won the duel this time? Josaku or Varys?
Josaku, he beats me 10
Varys.
out of 10 times. No, how can I beat you with God Razor?
Oh no, you did something no different.
Nah, you beat me 10 out of 10 times, bro.
Do me a favor, roll me damage with God's Gale Flash.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming you're
Oh,
hitting,
is this
because Varys
damage?
doesn't have that high of a to hit. And you have action surge, so you could God's Gale Flash and then do your attacks.
6 damage, 6 damage, 6 damage, 6 damage.
There's no way it's 6. Okay, so 38, and now roll me 2 attacks. Just to see
Damage
whether or
for
not
2
you. And I'm
attacks?
assuming you have Fighting Spirit throughout all this, right? So yeah, roll me 3 attacks with God Razor at advantage. No.
Oh, wait, no,
3
that's a
attack
damage.
rolls at
Okay,
advantage. I want to
okay,
see if
okay.
you crit. Because there's no way Varys is going before you.
No.
It's okay. 29, 26. One more. 15. Did that one actually hit?
15 hits. I believe my armor class is 15.
You want to lucky
Yeah,
that?
my,
just
armor
in
class
case?
is, my armor class is 17. That misses.
Want to lucky it?
No.
Trust me, lucky
Two.
it. Just once. See how it goes. $24. Yeah. No. Okay. So yeah, 3 hits. So that would be a total of. You have 2 attacks on your turn, not 3 right now, right?
Yeah.
Figured. Okay. So yeah. Varys, out of your HP, that is 25, 38. So that is 63 gone on the first turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you're right. I feel like you win that.
No,
He
Varys
wins.
wins.
He wins that easy.
Yep, I feel like you win.
Yeah, Varys wins. Varys clears no diff.
No, I feel like Josaku wins.
Nuh-uh.
You also have Fighting Spirit and the bonus HP and the temp HP and Second Wind.
I actually used all of that on the
You also have
barrier
defensive
earlier.
duelist, and yeah, no, we're gonna say that Josaku barely wins.
I used all of my gizmos on the wind barrier. I
No,
don't have no fighting spirit.
yeah, no, we're not. I'm gonna call Cap. Okay, Kaba, life, you here?
He's still muted.
Yeah, he's been quiet for me. Oh, there
Oh,
he
no, he
is.
is here.
Life, what have you been doing during this time? You're in the House of Honor, the home of the majority of the more powerful druids in the world, and the Elven Guild. Also, sorry if this session does end up being a little bit Amelie heavy. Like this is there are some other like interactions here.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, no, I say because like this one and the next one will be a little bit more like specific character, centric, kind of like how the past couple were more specific on like those like specific people too. Once we get to the wedding arc, that'll be like everyone will have something to do like all the time kind of thing.
You mean Josaku's wedding, right?
No,
Right?
Van Hana
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Raldos's.
Yeah, that one.
Though.
We are getting you married, Jose.
No, well, I mean,
No.
well. Ooh, that actually made me think of something. Thank you, Hedge.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Raldos and Hana?
Say what?
Said Jose's marrying fucking Venhana and Raldos? That's crazy.
It
No,
wasn't supposed to be revealed
but
this
when it
way.
comes to dancing, everyone needs a partner.
Oh, that's
What?
true.
Oh,
Yes,
no.
it's-
So where are
And
we again?
Maya would
We're
be
in some
invited.
sort of
Say what?
You're kidding.
Life?
sorry, we are in some sort of what place again?
You are in the House of Honor, which is the home of the Elven Adventurers Guild, the Noble Wolves. Basically, they have said that whatever information, food, drink, whatever you want to do around here, you have free reign within reason. Also, you
Okay.
are, say, as opposed to Josaku and Varus, which are kind of getting like a little bit sidelines, people are kind of like, oh, okay. They see also the fact that you are a representative of Soredria. Soredria is an old ally of Yllir, you would know. In particular, in the last Great War, there were some excursions against, I would say, it came out a few years later that there were, that there was aid from Soretria given to the Yliri against the Empire.
You said I can get information here. Right?
Yeah, what kind of information are you looking for?
How to counter death.
How to what?
How to beat
How to be what?
or like ward off death.
Ward of death?
Ward off death.
Ward off
Yeah.
death. Okay.
Yeah.
So in that one, I'm assuming you're searching for like a library or some sort of like area
So-
where you could like learn more information, see what kind of records they have.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a. I'm trying to think of what role you would do here for this, because you would try to go to the library, and you would ask. Okay, yeah. So you go into the library to try and ask and like something, and you notice most of it. There's not like as many like true books of shelves of books as it is people sitting around sort of like communing, putting their hands to the ground, sort of like grasping some form of plant life and trying to sort of see into that. But you do see that there is one elvish woman sitting over on one side who appears to be some sort of librarian. She appears to be going around checking everyone. And she does have various actual books nearby. So, what would you like to do?
I'll go up to her and ask about any interesting books I can borrow or read. Anything I can read, actually. I assume it's all written in a different language, right?
Yeah. Do you speak Elvish or read Elvish?
I don't think so.
Okay. What about saying that you definitely don't speak or read Druidic? I believe there's no shot.
Yeah, I speak Celestial Goblin and Night Human, so.
Okay. Well, what sort of subject would you like to be on? We have books on history, various
Uh,
magical tomes.
anything about people coming back to life?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh boy. Come on, Kappa. Holy shit.
Oh, let's go.
What do you get?
25.
Natural fucking 20! Holy shit!
Holy shit.
Okay! An interesting subject. Do you happen to understand or comprehend the celestial language?
That I actually do. See, I am from Celestial.
So you're for. So I could tell that by your
Celestial.
armor. Holy shit, though. Um. Yeah. So she says, I heard. Say I was informed of the message of the outsiders who were given the blessing of the Moonspeaker herself. So, this is within reason. It is restricted, so it may not leave this room. And I will be watching over you as it to make sure that this book is not damaged. This book is older than I am, and it is well older than you are. So, I suggest that you be very, very careful with it. Come with me.
Thank you.
Comes in. All right. Damn. Okay. Okay. Shit. Shit. Okay. I now need you to make me. Hmm. You're reading the book coming into here. I want to tell you, Life, that was a high as shit DC, by the way. No, that was a 20 DC check. You had an 80% chance of failure. Sorry,
Never tell me
21.
the odds.
21 check or higher. You had a 80% chance of failure. Okay. So going in, make me a. This one would be more of a. We'll do a religion check at advantage.
Alright.
Because this is going to be to determine how some of these interactions work. But because of the fact that you got a natural 20 on it, I'm going to give you advantage on this. Survey says. Ooh! Okay. So you still get a lot out of this. You found a book. And the title of that book is The Afterlife. It is written in Celestial. And as you are going through it, there are some references that you don't necessarily understand. But there is one section in particular that draws your eye. Particularly one about the moment of death. And those who have overcome it. Before you get to a section with a very, very specific description. A lean woman. Hair. White as the skin of a corpse. Eyes red as a pool of blood. who walks with a shadow dark as a starless sky. Someone who would hunt those who have defied the laws of nature. And you would know that she is coming by the whistle. Damn it! Okay. I didn't expect the natural 20. And part of this, you do see a couple of factoids about this. Ancient manuscripts of this woman appearing even to those who had not died. However, it appears that when she appeared, she singularly went after someone who had been resurrected prior.
Sounds very familiar.
Not just that. That's not the only thing you get. You read an account of a battle written by one Justikar let's say Justikar Leopold, speaking of another Justikar who had been resurrected in the past. This marking this tale taking place about circa about 100. Year 100. Y'all are currently in year 8,000. So this tale is literally almost as old as recorded history. And of this woman showing up out of the dead of night through a mist. Her walking up slowly at first, before basically dancing around any blades, parrying anything that would come towards her. And it's sometimes disappearing into shadow before appearing next to the Justikar who had been resurrected. These massive twin scythes, massive for her frame or massive for anyone wielding them, flashing as Leopold saw his ally's life essence drain away with every strike. Eventually, with numerous Justikars eventually attempting to strike her, eventually it appeared as if the woman had been slain.
Oh.
It appeared as if someone had sliced her neck, sliced clean through her neck, as her head was then hanging off the back. Before she reached back, pulled it up, and the wound healed itself.
Never mind.
As did all of the damage that had been done over the fight. As then she conjured up this wall of necrotic fire around herself and the Justikar who had been resurrected. Before reaching in, getting close to him. As he tried to swing his weapon at her, she easily disarmed him. Pulled him close, and she saw it only their silhouettes as they got so close as the appearance of a kiss. Before the flames died out, as his Justikar companion lay drained of any life force on the ground. No sign of the woman with white hair. But as the flames died out, Leopold could still hear. He could still hear it. That whistle.
I'm probably not gonna be able to sleep tonight, huh?
And that's what you get out of it.
Oh boy.
After that instance, resurrection was outlawed in Yulari.
So nothing to counter death. Oh. Hmm.
And then at the
Well,
end of the sentence, at the end of the story, written in a different thing than the print, it says the last thing Justicar Leopold said on this subject. And you see, like, it's almost like a recreation, like a magical etching of something that he, in someone else's handwriting, and it seems like more like
mhm,
hurriedly scratched out. It's one of the
mhm.
last things he wrote before he himself passed away of old age, long after his retirement. And it says, "Who reaps the reaper?"
Hmm.
Creepy.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kaba's hair is like super standing up right now. He's got goosebumps. He's like, time for a drink.
Say what?
He's like super anxious now, and he's like going, it's time for a drink.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and there, of course, is a picture of her. So there is a say there's a drawing, a sketch of this woman,
Hmm.
matching the exact description that Varys gave you. Remember, you weren't there when he died, so it
Yeah.
would have been a surprise when he told you that he died, because you know it's also illegal in Ceredria.
Well, hopefully Varys can jump his way out of this one.
We'll see. So, with
Easy,
that,
easy cut.
I take it that's all you wanted to do, life.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let's play the Elven music again. Here we go. So now back to a more less somber thing. By the way, I did have references to death dropped in a little bit of places. This is the first one y'all picked up on. Okay, so Amelie. Pod, if you were talking, I cannot hear you. Hello? Can anyone else hear Pod, or is it just me who can't?
I cannot
I
hear
can't
properly.
hear.
All right. Well then, so this way, we're gonna do it at the end of the session anyway. Let's say, Isaac, what are you doing for the rest of the day? Are you doing like anything other than just like reading, studying, like doing a little bit more scoping out before you go to bed?
Are there any elven people here? Actually, no, never mind. It doesn't matter.
You do know I speak Elven.
I'm gonna find fucking Varys real quick.
Okay.
Varys, what does that door over there say?
Roll me a combined stealth check.
Fuck.
Oh boy, first roll of the night. Let's go. New dice too. I'm using. Let's see how it goes.
I'm rolling
Varys,
shit.
yours
tonight.
is a disadvantage.
Mine's a disadvantage. Okay, good. Let me.
It is.
15 on the first one.
Okay.
8 on the second one. So 8.
8. Okay. So, you barely passed.
Hey, sorry I got so distracted. I hope I
So,
wasn't needed.
all right. Wait, you picked Varys. You picked Varys. Wait.
Does anyone else speak Elvish?
No, he does.
No,
But
does
they're
anybody
magic
else?
runes, my guy.
Oh, I hate you, Varys. You're the worst. Why are you even in this
So,
party, dude?
What did I do, bro?
You read it back to him. It seems like magical gibberish to you.
I mean, I can read it out to him. So I just
Roll
read
me
it,
an Arcana check, both of you.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck? What'd you get,
Hooray!
Varys?
No, a 2.
You got a 2.
Yeah,
What did you get on the dice?
a 4.
Oh yeah, you have a -2 to intelligence. Okay, well with a natural 20, it balances out, and you're able to slowly walk Varys through understanding, like various like magical things that don't make sense to him in the fucking slightest. But eventually, you're able to get it out of him to understand the point of these runes. Effectively, it's an alarm system.
Ring, 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 ring.
Yeah, basically, it amounts to it is an alarm system that is basically a fail-safe for this door.
All right, good to know. Good to know. Thanks, buddy.
Yep.
You owe me for this and all the insults.
What an
Roll
I didn't
me.
insult you.
Hey, Varys.
You called me stupid.
I never said that. What the fuck?
Roll me insight, Varys.
Yeah, he never said that.
Isaac, roll me deception.
I didn't call him stupid. Wait,
It's
what?
not for that. It's not for that.
6.
Oh, okay.
Actually, never mind. You
Wait,
don't have
what
to
do
roll
I
me
have?
deception unless you get a natural 1. Okay, you're good.
Wait, why do I have advantage on this? What's giving me? Oh, is it Kinless Summer?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Remember, Kinless Summer is basically like you get to sort of do like Fey shit. So it's you kind of get to go around with people. That's how I do
I am
the run around with
Lord,
people.
dude.
What?
I am the Lie Lord.
You are. Lord of Lies. So, let's do this part and then we'll end the session tonight off of Amelie's thing. And then next time we have a session, I'll talk about that afterwards. But let's do this real quick.
Yeah, sorry, I was AFK.
No, you're fine. I want to do this first, and then we'll end off with you and Leofiel. So later that night, Isaac, you find yourself waking up in Shadow Keep. As you see Serena trying to wake you up, yo, I say, hey, Isaac,
Yep.
what'd you tell the boss? He's actually excited for once. And I mean actually excited, not like a playful kind of excited.
He wants me to steal some shit, but like it's gonna take some research to get into that vault. I don't know what's in it though, if that's what you're asking.
Look, we may both work for him, but there's some things even God shouldn't have. Aww. Is that a way to talk about your boss, Serena? as you see Mask sort of walk in. You can't see his face, obviously, because it's that combination of shadow and mask. But by his mannerisms, you can tell he is excited about whatever the fuck you saw say is behind that door. Ooh, this is going to be fun! And even if you can't get it, I will find some way to get my hands on that. I thought all of those were sealed away, buried, or lost.
So what am I getting exactly?
Kid, you said you never heard of Wish.
I mean, I know what a wish is, but no, I've never heard anything called wish.
So, out of the corner of your eye, you see Serena's face basically go bleach white, even more pale than she already is. Wait, boss, what are you talking about? There's a luck blade behind that door. It's ran out of its wish charges. But having one? Ooh. Here I thought I'd either stolen or all of the other ones who I hadn't had been lost. Or kept away from me. But there's one I haven't. What can I say? I'm a little bit of a collector. That artifact, as he's like is getting up and like excitedly doing things, is one of the most powerful items on your world that isn't a reverie. That item is so powerful that there's no way to properly measure its value. DM to player, Phil, do you happen to know what a luck blade is?
Yeah, you can use luck, the lucky ability, and then you can cast wish like once a day or something.
Not quite. So it's you can do lucky once a day. No action required. Yeah, you can use luck once a day, but yeah, you can use wish once a day, and it loses once it has all the wishes done, it's gone. But yeah, it's a +1 great sword that has lucky attached to it. I'll say a single use of lucky and charges of wish. He did say that the wish aspect was that it was basically donezo.
Gotcha. Well, I'll try to find a way to bring you a great sword.
Ooh. That is that is something special. I hope you understand that. If that thing was full of wishes, that thing is about the price. How would I say this? That's about the price purchasing
Every
all
great
of
sword
Gerda
in-
Shell.
Oh,
It has 0 though, so its value is now in the other aspect of it. But for me, it's a collector's item. I see it. I can see it through you. If you want to get it to me, drop it in a shadow nearby. If you have an ability, take as much time as you need. But when you do, kid, you name it, I'll borderline give it to you.
wait, anything?
Within reason. What do you have in mind?
Well, actually, no, I already made a deal for that. Never mind, I'll think of something.
What do you What do you have in mind?
I was gonna ask you to let Serena go, but then I realized I already made that deal as long as I give you that mask you wanted.
Yeah, she's a little bit more valuable than that blade as a collector's item.
God, you're still gonna put in a
Aw.
good word for her, right?
You said put in what?
You said you were gonna put in a good word for her too if I got you the mask with the big judge guy.
Yeah. I can call in a few favors, a little bit of leverage. Make sure that she doesn't end up in Ozzy's place.
Alright, well, I will work on getting this
My older
blade to you.
brother is a piece of work, I'll say that. He doesn't exactly treat newcomers well.
I'll work on getting this blade to you then. It might take me a bit though.
Take as much time as you need. That is the definition of something special. Here I was expecting some sort of scroll or rune that was a little bit rare, something, I could have as a nice new addition to the collection. But that's quality. That doesn't just have me interested. That has me excited. Oh. Granted, there are a few things else in that I'll say in that place which are interesting. I know I saw a couple rings that would be nice. Not particularly interesting compared to that, though. That is something else. Mm. Oh, by the way, whenever you do try to steal it, if you see someone coming at you with a red-bladed sword, be anywhere else.
That's good to know.
Well, let's just say if that thing hits your neck, there's no magic on say on Abeline that can stop it. At that point, you're working for me full time. A little bit earlier than you wanted.
Yeah.
There's another thing in there. It piqued my interest, but a little hot for my taste at the moment. Yeah, there is one. Yeah.
Psst. Hey, Serena,
Hmm.
what's the deal with Wish?
It's a spell that's supposed to be a myth. It defies the laws of reality. You could ask the person who can actually use it.
Yeah, sometimes when the boss gets like this, he kind of creeps me out.
That was Mask who said it, by the way. Mask said, you could ask the person who could actually use the damn thing.
Chief, when you get like this, sometimes you just kind of creep me out.
What, when I get excited? When I'm having fun with
Yeah.
this? How about this? As he points to an empty picture frame on the wall. I wish that a fire giant was trapped inside of that painting. And you see this blast of white light, this eminence of white light come out, blind you, before all of a sudden you see now what was once a blank canvas now has this giant fiery creature within it. Still, other than the eyes. I wish it was returned to wherever it came from. And the same white light before it's gone. Effectively, wish it, want it, and it will happen. With a degree of specificity. However, it's pretty much lost to mortals. Kind of.
Wait, it can do anything?
Pretty much.
I think I know what I want.
I can't. I say that's a little bit of a trick, though, kid. One of the rules set by Dad is that we can't exactly throw around that thing for mortals. We can't manipulate Abeline. That includes with that spell.
Oh.
That would count as direct intervention, and would actually potentially blow back on the caster. I don't know about you, but even as a god, 9th level magic hurts. I'd rather not have the blowback of the most powerful 9th level spell on my ass.
Okay, let me just ask straight up then. You can't bring people back to life, right?
No.
Yeah, okay, never mind.
Not
Screw.
for the reason you think. It's complicated. She doesn't like it. And whoever you wanted to bring back would find themselves basically I would say a rabbit hunted by a wolf their entire what is bound to be short rest of their life.
Sorry, Varys.
Wait.
I win these. Jose, get me the I'll win gift. I'll
Is that
win
not
these right now.
What, kid? You thought let's say what? You thought resurrection was a get out of jail free card?
Wait, one of my friends was resurrected. What?
Oh yeah, no. I would be surprised if she hasn't already been hunting him a little bit and just is deciding to play around with him.
Oh,
I
we're
would be
gonna have a
very,
talk
very
when I get
surprised if
back.
he hasn't met her.
That's me against death.
As
Right there.
snaps his fingers and Lady Death again. So you see her for the first time, and you hear that whistle. Dun 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 dun. Death didn't like the fact that people were throwing around resurrection spells left and right. Once you get to be a certain level of spellcaster, resurrection just becomes a thing of financial ability. Some people decided that they were going to try and use it to live forever. Naturally, this was the straw that broke the camel's back. Kind of pissed her off. Snaps the fingers, and you see this image of like these three would appear to be really decked out mages in a single room. And like they like barred up the doors before you hear that whistle. And you see this hooded woman drenched in like this almost like the darkest cloak you've ever seen. But then underneath it you see those bright glowing red eyes and that mane of white hair on her head go around before all of a sudden she vanishes into shadow before appearing behind one of them, basically taking it and just dragging the scythe across their head before dropping it and the corpse into a shadow. Another one, as they fire off spells at her, She basically just bats them away with various ones before you see someone. Say before you see one of them. After a good bit of this, as she's just slowly walking towards them, menacingly. Kill. As you see her tense up and start to fall forward, as you see like the light and the life has left those blood red eyes before snapping back up. And to that horrified mage, you see her disappear before appearing right in front of him and putting both of the sides in his chest. And then the last one, the female magic caster, firing off spell after spell at her, as she then throws this ring of green and purple fire around her. She tries to get out, but immediately ends up burned. She tries to teleport out. Same result. She's trapped. Before death walks up, and then your perspective shifts to the silhouette, where you hear this scream before it is muffled, and it dies out, as all you see is a withered husk left on the floor, and that whistle. Yeah, that's why I don't bring people back. I don't want to piss her off. There are things older than gods, kid. In the beginning, there was Dad, and then the first thing he made. Once he made life, he made her. Now, the other gods basically are like older or younger siblings to me. They just are. In a manner of speaking. It's not in a way like Titania's not exactly quote unquote my sister. She was elevated to godhood in a different way. It's a total different fucking thing. So my thing for her, not creepy.
Okay, I wasn't thinking that at all. You kind of just ventured that. Is that a self-report?
No, it's a.
That's a self-report.
Shut up before I wish that you. I'll say that you wouldn't be able to speak until I'm done talking. Okay? Again, they are akin to my siblings. She is not. She is something else. Now, I know your friend came back from the dead. Honestly, didn't want to worry you with this shit. You know, it kind of would put the fear of, well, gods in anyone and the fear of death in anyone, knowing that that is hunting their friend. And also, kid, she can't die.
Yeah, I kind of saw that.
She is death. What reaps that which is the reaper?
Me.
There's nothing to
Advent.
take her. Nothing to stop her. She keeps coming and coming and coming. Whereas we are more of...
Help! Help!
Oh, fuck off. Fuck you. Fuck you. She won't stop until he's... I'm surprised he's lasted this long. God damn it. Get your minds out of the goddamn gutter! But, yeah. So, that's why I'm not bringing anybody back from the dead. Sorry, kid.
I have
as
to think about what I want.
noble and as well-meaning of an idea it is, she doesn't exactly give a shit. She's not as powerful as us, but we can't do shit to her. As a thing, technically, Raven Queen's her boss. And even Raven Queen knows not to piss her off. Think about that for a second. She'd scare
Wait,
me
what about
too.
trades? Like a life for a life?
Doesn't work like that.
Damn. You guys really think of everything, huh?
Dad was literally omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent. Still is. Anything you've ever thought of, he came up with the idea of thinking it, let alone the thought itself.
So he came up with the idea of me asking someone if they wanted to engage in coitus, and really it wasn't my own stupidity.
You're really gonna blame being a dumbass and being a bad liar on the god of creation.
He made me, didn't he?
In a manner of speaking, indirectly, yes.
I rest my case. All right, I'm ready to wake up now.
Okay. Well, be thinking about what you would want in return for that blade, kid. Isaac, when and if you do run into her, keep her busy. Those three had died before. She can't touch people who haven't died.
Gotcha.
And boop, you're back. All right, so now let's go to Amelie there. Yeah. Also, y'all got more information about Lady Death than I think y'all were expecting at the start of this session. I dig it. Amelie, what questions do you have for Leofiel? She's taking you into some of the deeper parts of the tree. You see that actually there's druidic circles and magic rituals and sort of like the essence of nature being conducted here. And it's not more so of like a true like summoning ritual or any sort of like spell being cast. It's more of just trying to channel the magic of nature. What would you say? Are there any questions you would like to ask? Is there any specific tutelage you would like to receive? Pod? One sec. Let me at Pod. Pod. Oh, Pod is not here at the moment.
I am muted. I am muted. Holy shit!
Oh,
I was
there you go.
talking for like 5 minutes. Oh my god.
Okay,
I'm
so what were
sorry.
you? Is there anything you wanted to ask Leofiel?
Yeah. I was saying she was probably following along the walk, talking about different ways the fight could have gone. Oh, could have used this spell, but she was close range. That might not have worked. Or this spell, but that wouldn't have worked, and so on. Until Leofiel basically asked her what she wanted. Um, Amelie would say, not reassurance in my abilities. You've already answered that for me. Thank you for saying that you respected me. I've looked up to you for the longest time since I was a little girl, and I always was told that you wouldn't talk to a dirty little fiendly imp like me.
It is not tieflings I have any sort of issue with. In fact, there is no race I truly have any ill will towards. However, what I have very little patience for is people who would waste time or seek power for powers, say only for the sake of power, only for to further their own advancement for no reason. You can count the amount of druids in this, say, in this house who have received my tutelage directly on two hands. There are over 200 wolves in this, say, in the House of Honor. There are hundreds more throughout this country. There is a certain level of character and ability that must be shown. A passion, a fire. And it's not out of ambition. It is not out of desperation. It is out of necessity. Had I chosen so, Uliri could have been taken under my wing. Frankly, the girl is a prodigy. For one as young as her to be as powerful as she is already is unprecedented, especially in this country, especially in the manner of which she is. The fact that she is a graviturgist to boot, a magic which most struggle with, she does like a little bit of gravity magic in her hand, as you can like sort of see like the air sort of like pressurize in her hand, is impressive in of itself. However, Uliri does not possess that fire. She does not possess that drive necessary. Neither did the current king. He still does not. Neither did his father. I see it within you. I will not babysit you. I will not be any sort of mother figure. I would like that to be clear, even though I figure that given your level, say your intelligence would indicate you already knew that. However, it's sort of saying because some still still believe that, whether or not my intuition about them is correct. Tomorrow we will go out and you will go to the astral tree. There, hopefully, you will find what you seek.
Perhaps.
We shall see.
I did want to ask, though. I've got so many responsibilities with my family and my blood and my relations, and I want to pursue happiness, and happiness is not the pursuit that is in line for my bloodline. At least not for me. I'm the only child, and I have to carry the burden of this last name that I was just kind of born attached with, like a tick or a mole. And I just kind of want to shave it off and be done with it. I like the boy, but I don't want to marry him. Her eyes start welling up. You don't want to marry me. I don't. This is all petty, social, political,
Correct.
capital. This is beyond the druids. Well, it's not beyond the druids. It's just not the matter of druids.
There was a reason I left the capital. There's a reason I became one of the wolves. I do not have much patience for politics or for bureaucracy. My advice would be to abandon it. But if you feel compelled in your duty, you must do something. However, is that really what calls you? Is that really the necessity that drove you in our encounter?
I have to. How else am I going to live in a world if it's not safe? Bye, plastic.
Rip, buy
Larry.
plastic.
Yeah. But
Your
anyway,
desire seemed to be to, I would say,
yeah.
for out of necessity rather than need or any sense of duty. There is a difference between duty and necessity. One is a feeling that we must do something. A feeling of duty can be manipulated. A feeling of duty may not always be what our true calling is. It may not always be that which is truly needed of us. That is where necessity comes into play. Amelie, allow me
What?
to tell you a short story.
Of course.
In the last war, there are surely two actions that I undertook, which you have assuredly heard of. Slaying of the Sapphire Empress, and the slaying of the previous Elven King, Petrogos V.
She kind of quietly nods. I'm sure she has the history to have remembered the Elven King.
One of them was out of a sense of duty. One of them was out of a sense of necessity. Do you care to guess which is which? Or which was which?
She bites her lip. Um, Player to DM, this is kind of cheap, but is there any like role I could make? I recognize it's kind of cheap, but
I
Amelie
wouldn't
is
say so here. This is more of an intuition thing. And if you get it wrong, there's no penalty or anything like that.
that's fair. Okay, yeah. She bites her lip. Um, she kind of says under her breath, "The Sapphire Queen, the Sapphire Empress was necessity."
One would think so. But it was the opposite. The necessity was to stop Petrogos from unleashing awful atrocities upon the people of the Empire. When I discovered his intent, I knew that it was a necessity to save lives. It was not a necessity to kill the Empress, but a sense of duty to my country and to end the war for good. Could she have been spared? I believe so. I believe that if she had been limited, had she been beaten convincingly to the point where she would have been afraid to start up any other wars, fueling her ambition, it would have had the desired outcome. But when I saw Petrogos, when I saw the look in his eyes, the desperation, the honored man who had once led and ruled over my home for centuries was gone. Instead, all that was left was someone who would who was determined to win a war at any cost. Not end a war, but win it. And he didn't care how many Imperials he had to kill to do so. That is why I reduced him to dust on his throne. That is why I upheld what the Moon Speaker has to do. If ever a king steps out of line to the point where they are no longer fit to sit the throne, the Moon Speaker must execute him. That was what was necessary of me to save thousands of lives.
Normally nods. This is a lot of information to take in. But she nods and she kind of looks forward and says, "I'm going to kill Karn. I am probably going to burn his corpse and spread his ashes in the dirt. I can't imagine doing anything as much as sparing him or trying to sympathize with him.
Is this duty, necessity,
I
or desire?"
She kind of gives a bit of a stern nod. I think it's desire, and that's what I'm going to do with Menagerie when I get my hands on it. Sounds rather predatory, but I guess I am out on the kill.
Desire is not something to be completely shunned. If it comes from a place of desire to restore, I'll say, to restore good into this world. While you mean well, Amelie Routier, know that there is more at play than just your desires.
Her eyes
From the
are
reports I have
glowing.
read, from what little I have bothered to read of it, Karn does appear to be the most fanatic in the following of Nirvash. By the way, when y'all are talking about this, y'all are in like a small like area off on the side. Like, y'all are having
Yeah,
like a normal conversation. Everyone's doing like their own chant thing, so like y'all aren't worried about being like overheard or anything like that. He wields a reverie, so far as I've been told.
she
His
nods
necromancy
very
has
quickly.
increased in power. Necromancy which defies the very tenets of what we believe in as followers of nature and the druidic ways. There is a sense of duty in his death. There's also a sense of necessity in it too. Just do not let the desire overwhelm you that you are blinded to what is necessary to be done.
Tears spill over as she looks over at Leofel, nods. She kind of she reaches over to take her hand, and if she would allow her to.
You are young. As she reaches over, she says, "You are young. You do not have hundreds of years of war, death, and other horrors to harden your heart as I have. I do not judge you for being overwhelmed with emotion, for someone who is, in some countries, not even legally permitted to consume alcohol.
She's just kind of quietly bawling at this point, not trying to make her voice heard over the in the crowd, even if the chanting would smother it. But she just kind of says, I gotta keep everybody safe. I love so many people, and I gotta keep them all
It
safe."
is understandable. There is no shame in protecting those that you feel are needing of protection. It is only when our will overcomes and we feel that our will supersedes theirs that we have truly lost our way. Free will is the way of nature, Amelie.
She nods. If she is allowed to interrupt, she would at this point. Can she speak?
Yeah, that was a closed-ended statement. She was
Okay.
waiting for you to
Okay.
compose yourself.
She kind of wipes her tears and she gives a little bit of a chuckle, a very grim and like kind of sour one as she puts on a smile through her tears and she says, "Speaking of free will, how do you deal with Sylvanas on
I don't.
an emotional level? He he keeps you on a he wants to keep me on a leash like a toy,
I have
like a to be chained like my parents do."
I have not heard glowing reviews of Lord Sylvanas from Lady Saloon, nor Lady Luna. She described her fellow Primarch, Thar, as someone who wished to be eternally left either alone or alone enough. I can't remember. Who did I say was the one person like Thar actually considered a friend? I know I know Hero pissed him off.
No, it wasn't Zozanan. That was somebody else.
No, it was Ozanin.
Yeah.
He did consider Zozanin a friend.
Yeah.
It's like the only one that she ever described him being was ironically enough the former Primarch of Mirkul, whose reverie currently is in the hands of the one you intend to kill. Some sort of cruel twist of fate. However, she described him as someone who always had a yoke on his back, even when it couldn't be seen.
I heard that he was a good man.
He has been described as such by Lady Luna. They both survived the shattering. Apparently, they kept in some degree of touch. Obviously, it was enough of a correspondence to the point where the Moon Speaker was told the location of the astral tree, but told never to try and obtain what is inside. If you have tried. None of them were ever found. All that was found was Syzygy outside, if they got that far. One went in and escaped, I would say, and did manage to walk out of the tree. He simply said that there was nothing there for him. Something tells me he was the wisest of those that tried. I will also say, Amelie, I want to establish something. I understand your journey may have you attempt to collect several reveries. As long as I am alive, you will not have Syzygy.
She kind of glances upward. For her pupilless eyes, it's a little bit hard to tell, but otherwise, she just kind of looks back forward and says out loud, I figured as much. It was a natural assumption.
Good.
In her mind, she kind of thinks, damn.
As long as we are on the same page.
She nods. We understand each other.
Good. Now, enough philosophy. Let us talk about what can not about what can be thought, but what can be felt. And tomorrow, I will take you to the tree. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Nice.
I
Banging
hope
session as always.
everybody enjoyed tonight. What'd you say, Hedge?
I said banging session as always.
Yeah, I felt really good about playing Leafio, where it's like where she's not a bitch per se, as much as
Yeah, no, she's
seen a
nicer
lot,
than
she's done a lot, she's wise, and she's disillusioned, I think is a good word.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's a lot nicer than I was expecting. Like,
Same. I thought she'd be.
Oh, if you
really
got
bitch,
one
to be
shot in that
honest.
fight, she was not going to be this nice.
I'm gonna hop out, by the way. I'm very EP, so I will see y'all later. Y'all have a good night.
Yep, you as
Bye-bye.
well.
Have a good night.
And this is where I'm gonna also cut the recording. Everyone at home, thank you for watching. Thank God it's Friday. We'll see you next time.